Welcome back to Dishonored 2. We are on the dreadful whale after having finished the Royal Conservatory. Let's have a look at the travel log. I don't think we've read that one. Brianna Ashworth is my next target. Brianna Ashworth, I only know her by reputation. Born to the Dunwall aristocracy, she's a sculptor and the curator of the Royal Conservatory in Karaka. One of Delilah's lieutenants, maybe her closest confidant. They share a taste for the occult. While being held, Sokolov overheard conversations about a strange device being constructed under Ashworth's supervision, the Oraculum. Something more convoluted than clockwork killing machines, but every bit as dangerous, no doubt. I think an after-hours visit to the conservatory will give me the answers I need. And indeed, that is exactly what it did. Now for the district. What happened here 3 years ago? Brianna Ashworth and Delilah were infiltrating the minds of the Sisters of the Oracular Order, altering their visions and influencing their prophecies. I can't imagine what would have become of the Empire if the Abbey had fallen completely into their hands. Thousands of believers being spoon-fed a new brand of religion under the same shiny overseer masks. Does Delilah dream of becoming, something akin to the Outsider? She's angry and twisted enough for that. I left Ashworth stripped of Delilah's magic, cut off from the energies of the void. I hope that sends a message all the way to Dunwall. I am coming to stop you, Delilah, and it won't matter how powerful a witch you are. I also learned that Ashworth organized some kind of seance for Delilah 3 years ago. I'm getting close to understanding Delilah's immortality. And for that I need to explore the abandoned manor of a certain mine baron, Aramis Stilton. Megan Foster. So I found out Megan Foster worked for Ashworth many years ago. I think Megan knows more than she's saying. What is she holding back? Sometimes she won't meet my eyes. Even when she smiles, she looks sad. But my gut says I need to trust her, at least for a little while longer. Can't sleep. I try not to think about my father too much, but I am worried sick. I hope Corvo's going to be alright. I hope he can't feel the days and weeks passing, not knowing that I am alive and coming for him. 15 years ago, he was the one to rescue me. We spent our days hidden in the Hound Pit's pub, and I thought I would never see Dunwall Tower again. I remember I was almost happy about it, thinking we would live a life of adventures. I think it helped me deal with my mother's death, as if it wasn't real, as if it was another life. And we should head on to the top of the ship. Audiograph.
So our young friend is headed into the Dust District. Nobody lives there unless they don't have a choice. And people like Emily don't even visit. According to Sokolov, she'll be trying to get into Aramis Stilton's house. Not easy. I've tried. Stilton was a friend. Even as a mine owner, he was a good man who came up from working people and never forgot it. I went looking for him the night he disappeared, but the house was swarming with the Grand Guard. I showed them what I was worth, but it cost me. I'll live to see that score settled.
Nothing else of interest. Head back down into the
of herself. Listen to me, talking to myself like the old loon I am.
Okay, where's Megan?
my work here, helping those who need it the most. What can I say about what you've done for me? Saved me from madness and worse, from giving in to a life of sadistic brutality. How could I ever repay you for that? Given who you are and what you're in Karnaca to do, I can only say good luck. The city, the country, the empire, everyone is counting on you. I'll send something special for you, by way of courier. I hope it helps.
That sounds nice. Well, whatever it is, it hasn't arrived yet. I don't think we saw anything in here. Oh.
Brianna Ashworth, the Duke, Jendosh. All of them taken by Delilah. As I was for a time.
Painting me? As in Emily, that is.
Making his
Aaron Stilton's home looks more like a bunker than a mansion.
A silver spike on overseers. Again, your dear editor is stepping aside this week to give you both sides of an argument raging across the city. Guest editor, we don't need the Abbey. Take heed, friends. The Abbey seeks to control our city and our lives. The overseers are building chapels and outposts, taking advantage of the despair in the crumbling corners of Surkonos, like our own infamous Dust District. You may have seen the sly propaganda from my learned rival, Sebastian Armitage, but consider with care. The Abbey will invade your homes looking for evidence of witchcraft or wrongdoing, and to them, all manner of possessions are suspicious. They imprison and torture the innocent with the intent of extracting confessions. They frown on dancing, drinking, and gatherings. Are you prepared to abandon the Gleaner's feast? Are you ready to submit completely as they demand? The Dust District can only be saved by the very people who have lived here all their lives, like me, like you, like Paolo and his howlers, trying to make things better for us small people. Patrolling our streets, collecting and distributing resources to the ones in need. If more of us had Paolo's courage, maybe the Dust District could be called Batista again. Mavis Anto. That's a curious look on Paolo. He hasn't exactly struck me as a nice fellow.
I never expected to feel.
Then we have another on Howlers. Your dear editor is again stepping aside this week to give you both sides of an argument raging across the city, so this is the other side. Guest editor, the Howler Blight. The letter published last week by the Gazette was an outrage. How could Madame Anto suggest that the Dust District and even Karnaca itself would be better off if we legitimized Paolo and his Howlers in any way? Instead, decent folk should hope to wake one morning and read that Paolo is finally dead or in jail. And why should we be wary of the Abbey? Only a witch need worry about the wrath of the overseers. The Howlers are nothing but a bunch of cutthroats who never worked a day in their life. Everything they have, they stole. If you want their so-called protection, it comes at a price. On the contrary, the overseers have dedicated their lives to spreading the good values of the Seven Strictures. Believe me, the dust in Batista is not in our streets, but in our hearts. And only the Abbey will make us clean again. Sebastian Armitage.
So tired. I came to Karnaca for the food and the clean air. Now this.
Note from Sokolov. Hold on. Emily, it's true I don't tinker with mechanical devices much anymore, but I'm not so old as to be useless just yet. Behold, I have fashioned a little contrivance for you, using only parts scavenged from this wretched vessel. Yes, all right, a few bits were currently in use, but I assure you none were involved in keeping us afloat. Say nothing to Megan, as her disposition needs no further souring. In any case, may this device serve you well. Sokolov. Already have a full amount of stun mines, but thank you nonetheless, Anton. I think that there were... There we go. Anton Sokolov Diary, The Gears of Time. Hello again, neglected journal. I smile as I write this, for I know others will read it, when I'm gone to the void, or perhaps as I languish in a prison cell somewhere. Fine then, read away, and laugh, if it is in your nature, at my foolishness and my aching joints. Does it please you to know that even walking is a chore? But I am too proud to use a cane. I can hear my bones protest with every step, a most unpleasant grinding noise that follows me wherever I go. Is it amusing to know that my eyes can barely see this page, or that my hand trembles as I hold the pen? Then laugh. Yes, the once great Sokolov is now just a tired old bag of bones. My meals are brought to me. Soon someone will have to hold the spoon, lest I starve. I find it nearly impossible to paint, and even more difficult to urinate, so laugh. But then, pause in your glee and take a moment to realize this. The same fate awaits you, my friend, should you be smart enough and lucky enough to live as long as I have. That should be all of the journals. Let's talk to Anton.
I need to know why Delilah can't be killed. Everything we've learned implies that something strange happened at Aramis Stilton's home 3 years ago, but then he disappeared.
Stilton lived in a bunker kept secure by a fancy lock made by Jindosh. Maybe inside you'll learn more about how to stop Delilah.
But I have to get there first. Through a ruin created by the Duke, where my father grew up.
Megan had an intriguing idea. Paolo is leader of the Howlers. He wants Vice Overseer Byrne killed, and of course, Byrne wants Paolo dead too. Both groups will attack you on sight, but walk in with the corpse of their chief enemy, and they'll treat you like family.
You think they'll help me get into Aramis Stilton's home?
I'm pretty sure that will work.
Seeing this place and these people, I can feel my perspective changing. How will I be different after this?
Okay, I believe that's about it. So it's time to head to the Dust District. Or Batista, it was originally called. It's actually a slightly more pleasant name than the Dust District. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest. But I really wonder where Megan is.
Megan left a note for you. She's going to meet you, where was it? Oh, somewhere. I'm sure you'll find her. Ready now?
Ready.
Let's go.
I'll get you as close as I can.
We must travel through the Dust District to Aramis Stilton's manor, which contains more of Delilah's secrets. Vice Overseer Byrne and his religious followers are at war with Paolo, leader of the Howler gang. Either Byrne or Paolo will aid you, for a favor.
Who was the man I'm after? Aramis Stilton?
An ally to the old Duke, loyal and smart. Stilton helped build modern Karnaca with those silver mines. Started as a miner, and worked his way up until he was a prince of industry. But now, the new Duke drives the mine crews night and day. Dust falls non-stop onto the district. What was once prosperous is now in ruins.
I suppose the Duke doesn't care, as long as he sips from silver cups.
And what are the cups at Dunwall Tower made from, Empress? In any case, you'll have to pass through the Dust District to reach Stilton's home. Maybe he's still in there. Or maybe he's dead. Find Megan once you reach the Dust District. She'll tell you more. I'll wait here with this skiff and take you back to the dreadful whale after you finish.
So here we are in the Dust District. Windmill operation. Yeah, if you want to read that, feel free. Some raw whalebone. I don't think there's anything of interest down here, but... Nope. So up we go. Did I see something over there? No. Nothing of interest. Let's head out then. You can probably see why they call this place the Dust District. Batista Overlook. Wow. That's rather impressive. Okay, there are guards here.
Orders from the Duke. We're losing too many people. Good soldiers blinded by that hallucinogenic powder the Howlers use, then stabbed to death or dragged down by the Abbey's hounds. One young lieutenant got hit by an overseer grenade, and that was it. She was one of the Duke's distant cousins or something.
Oop.
Come on. Now's not the time.
Let's make another one of those. Let's just make sure that we weren't seen. Nope, they have no idea that I'm up here.
Looks familiar somehow.
I think that's the guards who should be around here. Yep. There should be more of them up there though. Let's put them in here, I guess. Of being able to get the sleep darts back. Is that all of them? Apparently so. Okay, so there are guards up there. Don't want to play with a wall of light. Let's get up here.
Put in a request for new boots, and what did I get? The sock. One useless sock.
Save. Think an elixir. The problem here is I'm not sure if we can do this.
cleaning silver dust
We
out of
can.
my ears.
Just have to do it very quickly.
Grand Palace. That's
Yep, one of the two of them. Let's take them inside. Don't want them to die in what's going to happen right now.
Dust from the mines.
Don't know if they can die from it, but just in case. So this happens in the Dust District. It is not very pleasant. Turn that off. No idea what that did. Mine collapses. I believe we've read that before. Let's go back down through the building. Frankly, this used to be an old shop. Don't think there's anything to loot here. That did apparently turn off the wall of light. But there is another way if you don't want to do the wall of light, and this is the way I usually do. Once upon a time, this was probably a very nice apartment.
The Overseers won't just leave the district, and the Howlers can't. Paolo has a price on Byrne's head.
Ah, here's
Hello,
Megan.
Emily. Stilton's home is just beyond here, but getting inside will take some effort. I've been doing reconnaissance. Talking to people. The Overseers and the Howlers have divided up the district. Just ahead is neutral territory where no one will harass you. But further on, the Howlers and the Overseers both have boundaries set up. And beyond those points, they'll attack you on sight.
Aramis Stilton is the real goal. Sokolov said you had an idea.
Yes. I believe that if you take out Paolo or Vice Overseer Byrne, the other one will grant you safe passage, and will help you get inside Stilton's home. Neutralize either one of them, and bring him to the other.
What else do you know that might help me?
Byrne is protected by the Overseers. Paolo has the Howlers, but I think he's also got some kind of black magic charm. They say he's got to die twice before the sun sets, or he can't be killed. Good luck with that.
Let's go back and see if I missed something downstairs. It's only food. I don't think we can get into that room. The rune there, though. Here there's a letter. Sad news. Agatha, you can probably guess the reason for my letter. He died last night. He seemed a little better and then took some broth. Little Al even got him laughing a bit. But the laughing turned to coughs, and that lasted for about an hour. Then it stopped real sudden, like he didn't have the strength to cough no more. Then he sort of spit up some black, and more came out of his nose. I tried to get him to cough it all out, turned him on his side and slapped his back, and put boiled onions on his chest. But it weren't no use, and he died like that, eyes bulging out, and that black stuff everywhere. I'm taking the children and moving back to Redmore. We ain't never should have come here in the first place. Gillian. So they had this very nice apartment, but still, living nice isn't good enough. Okay.
This is the Duke of Serkonos. Been told that people are complaining about dust from the mines falling on the city. Yes.
You know what, Mr. Duke of Serkonos?
You may not be aware that our silver...
I'm not interested. That might create some suspicion from in there, but apparently they seem fine. We can tear down this wall, which will get us in here so that we can get the rune. I don't think there's anything else of interest here.
The old Duke pinned a medal on my father and sent him off to Dunwall.
Theodanis Abel, Duke of Kanaka, 1775 to 1847. He cast his dreams with the people of Serkonos. And this is the entrance to Aramis Stilton's manor.
Jemmy's sister says you can beat any lock in the city. I'm not sure why Stilton's house needed to be shut up tight like this, but what do you think? Can you crack it? Give me a minute. Durante knows how to get in here. Paolo had him feeding old Stilton or watching him. I was gonna pay him off for the secret, but Durante got beat down by the overseers and taken away.
I don't even understand what this is. I don't see any seams.
Jimmy's sister says it's a gimmick, like he weren't a real locksmith who made it.
No, this was built by Kieran Jindosh. Scary smart. He's the one who made the clockwork soldiers for the Duke.
So can you open it? Maybe just solve it?
No, can't do either. It's a lock designed by a man who creates machines that kill people. You can keep your money, I'm not touching it.
Never mind. Maybe another time.
Or not. Let's go.
So this is Kieran Jindosh's lock. I don't remember the name of this kind of puzzle.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. Wanna buy one?
But the Jindosh riddle is: the dinner party were Lady Winslow, Dr. Marcolla, Countess Conti, Madame Nazio, and Baroness Finch. The women sat in a row. They all wore different colours, and Baroness Finch wore a jaunty blue hat. Lady Winslow was at the far left, next to the guest wearing a red jacket. The lady in white sat left of someone in green. I remember that white outfit because the woman spilled her whiskey all over it. The traveller from Freeport was dressed entirely in purple. When one of the dinner guests bragged about her ring, the woman next to her said they were finer in Freeport, where she lived. So Madame Nazio showed off a priced war medal, at which the lady from Dunwall scoffed, saying it was no match for her bird pendant. Someone else carried a valuable diamond, and when she saw it, the visitor from Dubovka next to her almost spilled her neighbor's beer. Countess Conti raised her absinthe in toast. The lady from Karnaca, full of rum, jumped up on the table, falling onto the guest in the center seat, spilling the poor woman's wine. Then Dr. Marcola captivated them all with a story about her wild youth in Bailton. In the morning, there were 4 heirlooms under the table: the ring, snuff tin, the bird pendant, and the diamond. But who owned each? So you have the names of these 5 people, and you have the various heirlooms: the war medal, the snuff tin, the bird pendant, the diamond, and the ring. And the first time I came here, I actually solved this puzzle through elimination, which gives you an achievement, by the way. And if you want to just skip the entirety of the Dust District, you can just solve the riddle yourself and go in the door. But where's the fun in that? So through here is the Dust District, and up here, that's where
Stay on your side or you'll be spitting teeth. Far as I
Paolo
know, you might be an overseer spy.
and his howlers live, as you can hear, in the Crone's Hand Saloon.
Oh, hello. At first I thought you...
One of the shops. Yeah, obviously have to rob him. That's what empresses do, isn't it? Let's close the door just in case this make noise and people come running. Nothing of interest. Bizarre place to sell safes, if you ask me. Now, there is another place we can go, which is in through that door. That will create a ruckus of no purpose at all, making them, the howlers, very suspicious and desiring to come have a look and perhaps kill us. So here is a room. Traditional Sarkonan Songs, Part 4. Noticed that window before. The easier way to get into that house is through here. Of course, this house is full of blood flies. What else? Let's see. If we do that, that will eliminate a few of them. Word of warning, any building that has even a single blood fly in them, if you're trying to play peacefully, whatever you do, do not leave any unconscious bodies in that building. It is almost a surefire way to get them killed and also to create a blood fly nest. Of interest here. Angelfish scales and a rune. What rune is that? Oh, sorry. It's a rune, not a bone charm. Nothing of interest behind here. This gives us a prime look of the Howler territory. This door leads down into the hallway. I think there are more bloodflies. That door is the door that was barred from the outside. And upstairs. Here's a window which enables us to go somewhere. Let's check the living room first. Living room and kitchen, I should add. Crossbow bolts. These windows cannot be opened, it would seem. So where does this window lead us? Is there anything down there? No. We can't go up there. So I'm not... Oh, right, that's... Oh dear, there's a nest keeper in here. Probably several of them. That's 2 nest keepers down. This place certainly has plenty of blood flies. I need to be very careful here. Not spooking these blood flies. We need to carry these guys into safety before we go all berserk on the blood flies. You just continue to swarm. And there is 1 nest there and 1 nest there. If we take a hand grenade and throw it there, that takes care of most of them. Then we should take a fire arrow. Blast that thing. And that one. I guess incendiary arrow would be the correct term. This gives us a very interesting position where we are actually inside the Howler territory from a different angle. A dead person. Let's grab this Addermeyer solution. This appears to be a doctor's office. Here are some patients and their symptoms, if you want to read those. Sleep darts. Dried bloodfly husk. Wouldn't the doctor office have some chloroform? Okay, so there's a dead body here. Vanilla pear soda. Ivory scrimshaw. Heavy pouch. Somehow feel that there should be more here. But I guess there isn't. So that gives us one interesting route into the Howlers part of the Dust District, I suppose. Now let's go back down into the neutral area.
Maybe some new malady.
Jump down here. Just leave them alone. Screeching their lungs out. It's the Valia Street.
Years ago, the mines were a good job. Stilton made sure of it. No one got fired for being injured.
Yeah, so they say.
Ouch.
Handle things like that. The family committee made sure the law.
This is the Overseer's territory, I think. But I only have one specific thing that I've come here for. That wooden plank there. Let's do that. One of the Overseers nearly saw me.
Overseers who don't give you a choice. Just think about what they'll do if they find out what you're up to. Then let me know when you can give us the money you owe. Paolo just wants what's fair.
He had it coming. Not gonna apologize.
My aching back. Hurts when I'm standing, hurts to sit. Only time it feels right is after about 3 of them rum things.
Guess someone is trying to blackmail the black market lady. Let's buy another incendiary bolt.
I'll take that deal.
Or 3.
It's all I can do to keep the dust out.
A map of Aramis Stilton's home. That's
You won't
useful.
regret it.
Even though I know the premises, but
We could
it's
do
nice to have.
business.
As for upgrades,
I have some upgrade plans for your gear.
thank you. I want the... I don't think we need anything.
Come back next time you need something.
I will.
Ask who you work for. I serve all sides.
Lots of people. There's a kind of a soup kitchen up here. This is Lucia Pastor.
The soup is only for the workers and their families. Something tells me you're not one of them.
You probably remember her
Careful
name
with
being
that
mentioned.
sword. The Grand Guard. Between what the Duke did and now the Howlers and the Overseers fighting over the area, these people haven't been fortunate.
No, I figured.
That's what I wanted.
Let's give this beggar some coin.
Thank you, friend. If you're brave, and you're looking to make some money, there's a back door to the Crone's Hand Saloon leading to the basement.
Well, that's also useful to know.
Give Daddy what he wants.
You take care of business, you hear?
Those guys are playing a game.
Outsider's crooked cock.
Here we have the Overseer's building.
This path is barred to traffic.
I can't believe this. I've lived in this district for most of my life.
For are we not? If you believe this to be an inconvenience, weigh it against losing your life to one of the Howlers. Now go.
Yes!
Piss and crackers.
There's not really much to be seen, but before we end the episode, let's make use of the plank that I removed.
I missed the time when I could go to sleep without wondering.
Which is the apartment here. Heavy pouch. There's a guy sitting there, but I believe he's dead drunk, fallen asleep. Yep, he's unconscious. Now, unsent letter. Sweetheart, I'm still not sure when I'll be able to join you. I can't close up the shop or leave my brother alone right now. Running a black market business is every bit as tricky as I always imagined. The conflict in the district shows no signs of abating. Day and night we hear overseer gunshots and those screaming bolts used by the Howlers. We stay inside hoping for all this to end soon. Whenever I feel sad, I look at our wedding silvergraph. What a special day that was. I have an anniversary surprise for you and I'm not sure I'll be able to wait to give it to you. Stay safe, my dear. I love you. Martha. Few coins. Here's the wedding silvergraph. Now, this is a spoiler of course, but wed the month of rain, a love without refrain. And then you have this calendar here. So, month of rain. Week 4, that is 24. So the code for the black market shop is probably, in this specific instance, 424. Month 4, date 24. Because if you want to rob the black market, just check very quickly that I haven't forgotten anything here. I did forget a few coins, so... So that... actually it said a month. Should double check that I'm not giving out the wrong information. But an overseer looking for me at the other side here. Probably. So the note says, wed the month of rain, a love without refrain. Yes, I'm guessing it's 424. And if we go down, there is a code thing here. And the silvergraph will say different things in different playthroughs. But anyways, I think that is a good place to end the episode, so thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you all next time.